have a lot of fun with the high school students here. We created some very funny games about the dates, about the time, and about the family relative names. So we just interacted with students. We just introduce something new and something fresh in Chinese.
I think they brought a lot of enthusiasm in the classroom and then created a lot of competitive games for the students. In the high school, students like to compete. So I think they are engaged in the activity with Wednesday University people very well.
The China Bridge program, I think, is an incredible program for our students, primarily because I know that the best way for them to learn a language and learn the appreciation for culture is to actually be immersed in it, to actually experience it firsthand. And this China Bridge summer program allows them to do just that.
Earlier, we held the Chinese language test for the Hanban Bridge summer camp program, and I was in charge of the written test. I was so surprised because some of them can get 18 or 19 points out of 20 points. That was almost 100% correct. Their eagerness to go to China makes me so proud of my country.
My name is Liang Li. I will be the judge for this round.
I think I'm very proud to be a judge, and I'm very happy to be a judge. I think it's a very enjoyable experience. When I see students like buzzing, very excited, with high expectations to answer, I think it's a very good experience.
Who are we? We are TC!
Okay, we're shooting supplementary videos today along with another video that you'll see a little bit later. The supplementary videos are meant to work on the vocabulary that is introduced in the Learn a Chinese Phrase video series. So right now we're working on the supplementary video for Chao You Yu, which is fried squid. And so what Professor Liang will be doing is explaining different uses for the verb chao, which is to fry, and you yu, squid. And when we use the word yu, it's fish. And so she'll discuss different vocabulary words that will use that particular word in it. So right now we're setting things up, and you can see that she has her cue cards. Jeff is setting up the camera. He's got things ready to roll. And in post-production, we add the pictures. So as she says a particular word, the picture will appear. She'll say, repeat after me. And so Jeff will do all of his special effects in post-production. So this is basically where we do it and how we do it.
Are you at your spot?
Yes.
All right, great.
The Learn a Chinese Phrase video series was sort of born from the idea that if you can learn a phrase that's fun or amusing, you'll remember it. And I can always remember when I learned Spanish, it was fun to learn the slang, a lot more fun than just to learn vocabulary words down a page. And when I would learn that kind of slang, I would be able to incorporate it in other sentences elsewhere. So we sort of took that idea and thought, well, in Chinese, how can we get some really interesting, fun words that kids will want to learn and build on those? Professor Liang and I have written almost all of the skits together because it really takes two people who can compare nuances of words and expressions and figure out just how they work. A lot of times we throw the expressions out that we think about working on because it's just a little bit too difficult to make them understood in a short period of time. So these are a lot of fun for us to do, and I enjoy sometimes being part of the post-production, the editing, and you know, seeing what we can do to piece some things together. So they've been practicing this for about an hour, and they should be ready for some shooting.
You took the prized baseball from 老板's desk? He is going to kill you. 你胆子太大了.
That's all for today.
Like us on Facebook.
Subscribe to us on YouTube or Yoku. 再见.
We thought like we were going to be, you know, staying in huts and, you know, teepees and tents and all the rest of it, and then all of a sudden it pulls us up into this big city.
Up to the school, and all the kids would be on the second row, and they'd be waiting for us, and I'd get there and I'd wave, and they'd wave, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to start school.
I really feel like I helped some students out, maybe not with English per se, but with confidence, with motivation.
Each kid had a smile that no person could fake. They all genuinely felt like they had the biggest treasure in the world that they wanted to show me.
And it was really an eye-opening experience to see what these kids go through, and that the fact that they don't give up, that they still are like, I am going to go to school, I want to be an English teacher, I want to help kids like how you came and helped us, Sophia, I want to be a Laoshi like you. I needed those kids more than they needed me. And it was just something else.
Americanizing. And I'm going to ask that you share two assumptions with me. One, that unless you're a hermit, and you're not because you're here, everyone is at least bicultural. And two, that you really don't understand a culture unless you understand its humor. So please, if you don't have a sense of humor, pretend. The other thing is to pretend you have the courage to recognize that there's a very, very fine line between dysfunctional stereotyping and functional generalization. And you can reface the facts by the power of naming others and oneself, from Negro to Black to African American, from Beijing to Peking, back to Beijing.
It's not enough to just speak Chinese in your classroom to the kids. It's not enough. It's not how much Chinese you use, it's how much they understand. You understand what I'm saying to you? Whatever it is that you do to make yourself understood. Comprehend, once people understand, it turns into output of language. You see what I'm saying to you? Input leads to output. Let's face it, guys, language is not memorized. Get over it. Because what happens is language pops up in front of you, and you have to be ready to respond to the situation, whether you have enough language or not.